Ruth said she would see me here.
Good evening. Welcome to the City of Laconia Conservation Commission meeting of July 6, 2022. I'm Dean Anson.
Deb Williams.
Mike Foot.
Stacy Susie?
Taylor Daigle.
Okay, we have a quorum, and we're going to salute the flag. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God,
indivisible, with liberty and
justice for all. Amen.
Play ball.
Got some play acting going in there.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to skip.
Play acting.
We're going to skip portions of the agenda and put them on the next meeting, which will be the 20th of July. So we're going to skip down to old business Lake House.
It is an old business and it just keeps getting older. We don't have anybody yet, so.
You can sit there, Ruth.
Oh, you get your
I was
name.
trying to get her closer to me.
Oh,
Sure. I'll support the situation. There you go. Sorry the chair is low. You can raise it.
It'll be fine, as long as I don't fall on my face. Yes, so we are still looking, if anybody knows anyone that might be interested in working a couple hours, volunteering a couple hours, we're still looking for a lake
proper
host for
thing.
O-Pee-Chee. We're hoping to, some of the O-Pee-Chee preservation people are supposed to be at the loon presentation tonight, so I'm hoping to touch base with them, and yeah,
Perfect.
so.
I also have more contact information for Alan Gothier. If you haven't gotten in contact with him yet, I can give you his phone number and stuff. He
Okay.
came in for the milfoil treatments this week, so I was able to talk to him.
I mean, I have emailed him, and then Ken Clark actually answered me and said he was also forwarding my email to Alan, so
Okay.
I'm assuming he has it.
okay.
So.
Okay, next item on the agenda is taking action for wildlife conservation cohort.
So I applied for that program for us a week or two ago. I put myself, Dean, Deb, and Ruth down as members. I wasn't sure if you were still interested, but I wrote on the application that if we wanted to add a fifth person, like, we still had the space to, so if you're interested in it.
Oh, okay. The 4:30 was the kicker for me.
Yeah, the timing of it.
Because I don't get out of work until shortly after 5.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, that's a tough time.
Well, we're going to relay all the information that we can anyways, but they gave me, I emailed them today just to make sure they had it, and they do have the application. We're all set. We should hear in the next couple weeks about acceptance for it, so.
Let me see if I could work something out, though.
Okay.
We'll put in a good word for you. And I also want to acknowledge that Ruth O'Hara is here, so we have more than a quorum. Great. Okay, the natural resource chapter is going to be presented by Taylor on July 12th at the planning board meeting.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah.
So anybody who wants to come to support her, that would be great.
All right.
Should be one of the first things on the agenda, so it won't take all meeting. You might be there for a while, but.
No, I'm going to put the nominations up first item on the agenda.
Okay, and what Taylor's going to talk about is the final chapter of the master plan. Is that the final chapter that needs to be done?
No, it's probably, I think it's the second one that's been done, but it
Okay.
was a much needed update, so.
Okay. And that chapter is available on our website?
Not yet. It will be available as soon as it's accepted.
Okay.
I don't want to publish it until the
Okay.
planning board agrees, but if you need another copy of it, I've got plenty. I can email it to everyone.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, could you email
Good.
me the most recent?
Yep.
All right, the next item under new business is meeting frequency. And, sometimes in the summer, we don't have any applications on the agenda, and I don't want to waste people's time, so if we didn't need to have a meeting, We just wouldn't have a meeting, but we would let everybody know that there was no meeting, so. But anyway, we'll discuss that in more detail at the next meeting.
So applicants would still have a choice of 2 meetings? If they wanted?
If they needed it available, then we would be able to.
Yeah, we'll be here. Like, next meeting, there are 3 applicants,
Got you.
So-
Okay.
and,
And that's July 20th?
Yes.
yes. Okay, so we'll discuss that in more detail at the meeting on the 20th.
My apologies for Motorcycle Week. It's just unreasonable for me.
Oh,
The
yeah.
meeting was canceled.
Was it? I'm sorry.
Okay. Taylor has put together a map of the sampling of tributaries for Opeechee, and there are 8 of them. 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 of them. And Taylor and Dean and Lisa Eggleston and Tom Siegel and I are going to meet tomorrow to talk about any others. Plus, we're going to contact Wes Anderson of DPW. He said that there were, how many? 100?
I think it was like 30 to 70 or something like that.
Okay. He said there were a lot.
There were a lot.
Of tributaries.
Or,
And,
well, inputs.
well, there's a difference between there's a non-point or a point discharge point, like a well, like a pipe,
Right.
versus a stream. So we're,
Well, he was counting out the pipes as
Outfalls?
well.
Pipes, yeah, that's, yeah.
okay, well, I'm sure there are a lot. But we're either going to, we have 3 options to verify these 8 locations. One would be to swim around the lake. The second would be to kayak around the lake. And the third is to get a boat and go around the lake.
I'm good with the kayak.
Okay,
Well, you're talking about more than just Paugus, right?
no, we're talking
This is
Opeechee.
Opeechee, just Opeechee?
Yeah. Yeah, because we have Paugus, we've been doing
Yeah, all
Paugus.
right, I get it.
And Winnisquam has already been identified. So we're talking about starting up sampling Opeechee because it's part of the Winnisquam watershed management plan. So, and we're also going to identify the deep water samples, which we used to sample.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think they plan to do that through VLAP or UNH?
It used to be UNH.
Okay.
Is that what it was?
Same.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Okay, so if you could look at this map, and do you know of any other tributaries or points that you think we should sample, let's communicate that to Taylor so that she can put them on the map.
And for reference right now, starting at the very top and working clockwise, I've got the larger tributary coming from the Country Club, crossing Elm Street. We go to the Lakeport Dam, the Messer Street Bridge, and Jewett Brook underneath that. And I have one, I know there are multiple outlets behind the middle school, but I just put a dot there we'll pick one of them for now. The Opeechee Beach, the tributary coming out of the Tardif Conservation Easement, and then I picked one on the county land off of Old North Main. It looks like there's some type of tributary there that might make sense to test as well, because that could encompass some of the state school property.
Yeah, that point up on the county land is where the city and the state combine 2 stormwater drains and put them out in there. So that it's created by man, but it's been there for years now. So if anybody knows of any others that we should take a look at, please
So
let us know.
by Anthony Drive, is there another one there?
So there are a couple on Anthony Drive. The only reason I didn't put that on this map right off the bat was just because I will need to get property permission to walk on their back lawns.
Because I feel like when DPW redid that drain that used to be closer to Anthony Drive, I feel like it is almost on the edge of the state land now.
It could be, and I can
On
walk,
the other, yeah, on the
yeah, I can
far
walk
side of the
out there and
garden.
double check it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was a spot that I kind of considered, and I put in the Elm Street one as a pseudo
Yeah.
spot for now, but
Well, that's, yeah, that one's a must.
I don't know that Elm Street, the one that goes under Elm Street, comes from the golf course
It does.
as much as it comes from Southdown.
yeah, it's kind of a
Little
I
bit
would
of
say
both.
mostly South Down, but it
Catches
borders
all.
the country club.
Yeah.
So maybe we ought to sample it in two locations then. One before it gets to the golf course, and then, so we're only getting Southdown, and then one after it goes past the golf course. So we find out what the impact of the golf course is on it.
Okay, we could look at that. I just don't want to add too many because if
It's
we
hard
have-
enough as it is.
And that might be like, just a one-time thing, just to see,
Oh yeah.
You know.
See if there's any big differences.
right,
Okay.
just as a baseline kind of thing.
Okay, so anybody has any other information, please share it with Taylor so that we can. And once we've identified these, then Taylor's gonna go out and get GPS points. We're gonna give those points to the state, and DES has to give us the designation for those sampling locations. So,
And the deep water sampling,
you know, I think the deep water sampling, I've done the deep water sampling, so I know it's been done before. And I think we can get those coordinates from Pat Tarpey.
I feel like there was two. Does
I think
sound
that that's right. I think that's right.
What, on Pogus?
No, on Opeachy.
On
OPG.
See, I've never done the one on beaches.
Yeah, well, Mr. Kalen used to do them all the time.
That's right. That's his name. Walter Kalin.
Right. I don't know if
Thank
he's around anymore, but,
I don't know. I haven't seen his
or if they've
yellow
moved,
car.
or, yeah.
Got old.
That's also, we could talk to the Opeachy Society tonight, maybe.
See if
Because
they get a boat.
And if you want, if there's somebody there that Dean you think should come to the meeting tomorrow, I mean, open invitation. We've got the room, so we can. If they want to come and talk to us about it at all,
It's gonna be downstairs?
yeah, just in the planning conference room.
Okay. Okay.
wish I could be there. I said, I wish I could come.
Okay. So, Stacy, you wanna talk to us about what's going on with the planning board?
Nothing there, but I just went to the Lakes Region Plan Commission Award dinner, and because Laconia had won an award, and I was very proud of them for the household waste collection. But then I realized that 8 awards were given out, and I believe there are only 8 towns participating. So it seemed like it was now one of those, everybody gets an award, and it just didn't make it as special.
Well, except there are 31 municipalities in the Lakes Region Planning Commission.
But only 8 collection sites.
Everybody's a winner.
Did you get a tree?
I actually got a gorgeous strawberry bush. That was incredibly nice of them. I went with Rob, and he picked a lilac,
Nice.
which is in great shape. I ended up giving the strawberry to him because the thought of planting it tired me. So
Nice, good.
But it was really nice. We were looking for Dean. We made an effort to look, but never.
He was out of
No.
town.
I was in North Carolina, sorry.
Were you? We missed you.
Oh. Did you keep my dinner warm?
It,
Rob ate it, I know. Anyway,
if you could call it edible, but
So,
okay.
I got a question here, and maybe Stacy can help me here. Couple meetings ago, we, had a process come through here, and it was the 2 buildings on Endicott Street East. Has that been through planning yet? They wanted 3, it's not been there yet.
It is on the agenda for next week, but I will say that they just got a request for more information on their permit. DS argued that they had room to move the buildings so that they don't need to fill the wetland, so.
Yeah, I will never support a 4th building on that. If they were going to do it that way, they should have presented it that way in the beginning. So I'm just stating that, and whatever board I'm sitting on, I'm not going to support a 4th building there, because if they were going to be that way, they needed a comprehensive drainage plan at the beginning. So right after that, and I was looking forward to the presentation, and I've seen some of the stuff from the pour points, right? And how our rivers flow out. Relative to that on Endicott Street East, and it goes down into Ashley Drive and the Sundown, I think it's unreasonable to put all of the drainage problems on this one piece of property. Because if you pull out a little bit on your map, you'll see that between that and Plantation, there's a brook that comes down, and it goes through a culvert, which goes in to Ashley Drive, which is put underground, and it keeps flowing over. So, whenever they did Sundown, Ashley Drive, and all of that, they, umpteen years ago, weren't paying attention. And so, off where it's steep there, and everything that flows in, that's where the water gathers. So if they're amazed that there's water there, and this was my question at, when we came through, do you have a comprehensive plan for yours? And the people are like, why would we need that? Because it's not just that small piece above it. You kind of have to pull out on the map a little bit and look and see what it is, if any of that's on the pour points or can be presented or spoken to on that. I think it's a little bigger than just one lot. Thank you.
So they're trying to change their plans and add buildings now?
Didn't that come through here or just CBA? Didn't we see it here also? They're adding one building. It gets the whole discussion about drainage and stuff like that. It came through here
We saw it
because it was a smaller, we had the discussion because now the wetlands has been reduced, so they need to be of a size.
Yeah, they
3,000 square feet, is that what it is?
Yeah, they came.
Before it
I thought it was
impacts
just
it.
2 buildings.
They came
Now
back
it's
to
3.
present the third.
So,
Like
but-
maybe a
but-
month and a half ago, month, maybe.
Yeah, and it's flowing through, it's gonna go to planning, but once again on that, I think if there's a way that planning could ask the deeper question. And it turns out that Ashley Drive has been accepted by the city, so they own the maintenance on it. But when you look at it, it doesn't take much to go, wow. You can't put all that water there and expect it to go through a 6, 8, 12-inch pipe all the way out. And so we're not doing a lot of exposed anymore, which will speak to how old this development is.
That same situation exists in Southdown,
Right.
or actually Long Bay,
Yeah.
where the guy upstream puts in a 12-inch pipe, the next guy down puts in an 8-inch pipe,
Yeah,
and then the next guy puts another 12-inch in, then So it's crazy, it's crazy.
I think it needs to be discussed because the city of Laconia has taken responsibility for Ashley Drive, but I'm not seeing anywhere where back in the day, anybody actually planned to how the water got to the lake. And I think it's less of it coming off, them cutting the trees here than it is. And you can look over on the cataract that comes down and flows. There's certainly a bunch of water there.
Okay, anything else?
I had a question, one of our residents that comes down to the boat launch quite often, who lives on the other side of the river, told me that they have a whole plan now, that the people that put in the jet ski place,
Naughty Marina?
is that what it's called?
Yeah, I think that's the new owners. Yes, they went to TRC one. Their parking situation is a little funny, so they needed to go to city council to get approval for what they wanted to do for parking, and then they could move forward with planning board. So they've been on hold because of that, but they will be coming to Concom whenever they.
Okay, because I wasn't sure we would see it because of, it's an urban
No.
situation again.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure you see it. I mean, they're mostly repairing in kind, a lot of things, and I think they're adding a couple boat slips, but,
I heard they're covering the whole area so that all the boat slips will be covered.
yes, I believe so.
And then adding a second floor to that building for a restaurant.
It's supposed to be one residential unit and an office underneath. They have not talked to us about a restaurant unless they change their plans again,
Yeah.
so I'm not entirely sure, but.
Where is this located?
Right across from the fishing game boat ramp on the Winnipesaukee
Over.
River.
You know where Martell's used to be?
Yeah, Martell's.
So now they're gonna put that whole thing, Deb's talking about that whole area, under one roof with stuff above on the second floor. How come they went to the planning board before they came here?
They usually what we do is they go to one TRC meeting and then we send them to conservation and then they go to planning.
Okay,
So they went to a TRC and we were like, well, we're not even gonna send you forward to conservation yet, cause the plan is very likely gonna change. So, they have to talk to council first about
Okay.
their parking scenario.
okay, all right. Okay. Okay, anything else?
If anyone has some free time and they wanna see, I put up the new,
Oh, yes, thank you.
kiosk board for OPG boat ramp. It's just a simple lock and cork board and all that, but it looks nice. It's a little refreshed.
Did you do it yesterday?
I did it this morning.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so brand new, but if I've got I've got 4 different keys to it. So if anyone wants to post anything in there or comes up with something, they can either let me know and I'll put it in there, or they can come by and I can give you a key and just drop it back off, kind of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We've been waiting a
long
long
time
time,
coming.
yeah.
That was one of the first things on my list when I started this job. So a year later, we got it in.
That's it, not bad.
Not bad.
You should have gotten here earlier. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Mike?
No, that
This is
was
where you-
probably all I had on my brain.
Okay, but
Do you want to?
this is where you're, what?
I was just gonna say, do you want to jump
Hi.
back to the minutes? Do we have time for that?
Sure, why not?
Previous ones?
We have 6 minutes.
Okay.
6
Let
minutes to
us-
go through the minutes from June 15th.
We're having an abbreviated meeting today.
So in that, anything that Patrick had presented that would
Oh, you did?
be
Okay.
relative to that area over there on
Yeah, I can take a
Plantation
look.
and,
I have not received his final work yet, but I'm gonna contact him and
right,
see.
I'm just saying if that's a tool that can be used for
Absolutely.
planning. Because it went through ZBA too. That's why I think I've seen it twice already. But I didn't really get it until ZBA. I didn't really get what was going on there.
Okay, anybody have any comments on the minutes?
No?
Looks good.
Okay. Mike?
Motion to accept the minutes?
Second?
All in favor?
Wait a minute.
That's you.
I was gonna ask. Is there any, no, wait, I have to ask, anybody have any additional comments?
Huh? That's a good question.
Okay, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay, good, thank you. It's another one off the docket for today. Okay. Anything else?
On the 11th is the Taylor Community Walk,
Huh?
conservation easement, if anyone's joining, but I'll put that in a
Yes.
follow-up email anyways.
Okay. So, Bob, we're having an abbreviated meeting, or
Oh.
expedited meeting, not abbreviated.
Expedited meeting.
Expedited, because we are gonna do a loon presentation over at the Belknap Mill
Oh,
at 7:00.
oh, okay.
Because I made the mistake of double booking us. I used to do it to myself all the time, but,
So we're all
Not to everybody.
adjourning over there?
yeah.
Well, if you want
Yeah,
to.
if you want
You
to.
don't have to.
Okay, so Mike, what's your next?
Well, would you like a motion to adjourn?
Oh,
I'd present that if we were all set, and we could be under a half hour.
Does Bob have anything that he needs to let us know about? Taylor? No?
Nothing much has happened up at
Up
Taylor.
at the farm.
okay.
Stacy? Nothing? Okay.
No. Okay?
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You're gonna second the
I'll
motion?
second it. Did he
Okay.
make it? Did he actually make it? Okay,
He
I'll
did,
second it.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Oh, good.
Now, did you guys call each other and say it was green check night?
No, but she,